Hello, everyone. This is Jim Okerzinski. So, I'd like to take a few minutes, maybe about 5 minutes or so, to talk about annotations. There is that separate instructional video about the annotated bibliography, about the assignment and that criteria. But I do want to spend some time talking about annotation. So, kind of connects back to our work with Twangy and Lukianoff and Height discussion boards, and also if you kind of connect into the critical thinking essay, that might come, and you might draw the connection there between that activity and what we do here for an annotation. So I say here in What's an Annotation that you should really, an annotation demonstrates the reason why you chose a source, who the authors are, and their credibility in your thinking about a source by establishing the relevance and the information that contributes to your research topic. So, a typical annotation should strive to introduce the article and the author, then explain why the source is credible. Be specific. You need to do more than just say you found it in X database or Y journal. In other words, provide some background on the author and the source. Some of your sources might not have authors, so you're going to have to talk about the source of your particular choice of information there, right? To identify perspective, what position does the author take, credentials, what makes this person an authority, etc. So if you think back to the discussion board posts, and also the critical thinking essay, I asked you to, work with establishing the credibility and the reliability of the authors. Who Twangy was. She was she studies at the San Diego State University. She's a professor of psychology. So forth and so on. Same thing with Lukianoff and High. What were their qualifications that gave them that reliability and credibility to write that article? And ultimately, both of those people, Lukianoff and Haidt, and then Twangy, they wrote books based upon those articles. So the next step after you introduce the authors is to summarize the author's main argument and key supporting points. Be specific. Remember, there is no quoting and writing summary. Some of you might have reached back into that critical thinking essay and used quotes in your summary and probably was commented on there, but you want to make sure that you're not quoting in this and not for an annotation. You summarize in your own words, right, covering the main arguments. Then you would also respond to what you find most interesting, significant, confusing, convincing, and explain how that source helps you gain a deeper understanding of your research question and your topic. What did you find most useful? What did you learn? Etc. Right? So take a look at the example, annotated bib. As you can see, there's 3 paragraphs here. You can break up the reading like this. A little space in between would also help, but you can see here there are about 3 entries for every annotation, depending upon how involved your source is. Some might need more summary. Some might need a less summary, depending on how in-depth they are. But as you can see here, we have citation and then annotation. Citation and then annotation, and so forth and so on. Here are the 3 parts. I am looking for the 3 parts. I urge you to format them accordingly. That way I can determine if you've met the criteria for this annotation, and your grade, your ultimate grade, will be determined on the quality of your sources and then the quality of your annotation. So this really is about my expectations of what an annotation might be for your annotated bibliography. So if you have any questions, send me an email. If not, then good luck.